Hi everybody, welcome to your fire signs week ahead. This is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Yay! For the week of January 13th to January 19th. Should be Monday to Sunday. Either way, of course you guys know these readings are completely timeless, and I'm putting it towards the fire signs and tuning into those energies. However, if it resonates for you, then God bless you, okay? Now, before I begin, I just want to let you guys know that I am offering new services this year. So I'm going to be doing live video chats with you guys. You can order 1 hour video chat, 2 hour, or 3 hour video chat with me. And what you would get with that on my Etsy page is the opportunity to move any energy. If there are any initiations or codes or anything that Spirit needs to bring through for you, then that would come through that moment. They would also do some clearings with you guys as well if those energy blockages are there. And so that's just something I do. So by connecting with you through my energetic field and your field, there is the ability to get those upgrades. But I do offer other services as well, so please do check it out. All right, let's jump right in. For the second time, because I actually recorded this reading for like an hour, and then it like just shut off. Anyway, so re-record. Guys, for this week, this is all about getting back to business as usual. Yay! I mean, I know it's the beginning of the year, and I know that we're fully into January already. However, what I'm getting for the energy for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius is that it's about getting back to business, especially for Aries. Aries, your energy feels like you've been down and out. And I know you remember that from last year, last week's reading, that's right. That's what I'm like, why am I saying last week? From last week's reading, remember how they said that you guys are going through hell basically, and that it's continuing on into the month of January. So hell being that transition, that tough medicine, that getting rough before it gets better energy. And I feel that you're still on that path. So if you're feeling drained, don't worry, just keep going. However, that being said, I see that you're going to be back to business, back to work, back to the daily grind. I see it as everybody's feet starting to become more on the ground, okay? So this week is going to be all about business, getting back to it. Now, I also see, generally speaking, for you fire signs, where's the fourth card? Where did that fourth card go? Here it is. Generally speaking for you guys, take a look here. Eagle Spirit. So obviously, Eagle Spirit is saying he has your back, but what I'm seeing here in this card is all about victory. So fire signs, for the week of the 13th to the 19th, I feel that you will be victorious from whatever is going on. There's going to be a lot of victory in the air. Look at how Eagle Spirit is wearing all of these stars around his neck or her neck and this crown up there. But I also feel that finally you're going to be able to receive a lot of information from your guides. So that's already started for me, working with M from M Intuition Tarot, and working with Misty from Magic in the Cosmos, which is a Facebook page, not a YouTube page, Facebook page. They really have been helping me to make way and to receive more of my higher self, and it's just been great. So I feel that a lot of you guys for this week, you will be finally reaching a place where your thoughts are not in overdrive, because I've been seeing that you've been being, especially you Aries and Leo as well, bombarded with a lot of thoughts that I feel that those you're going to have a victory over. And that means that more information is going to be able to flow into you. Yeah, Spirit is saying silence. I think wasn't last week's prescription to surrender to silence? I feel so, okay? So that's what they're saying here as well. So congratulations. I'm also seeing that for the fire signs, this week is going to be about stepping out of your comfort zone. Now, I know you guys are like, wait, what? I've already been out of my comfort zone. But I feel like, yes, you may have been out of your comfort zone, but this week is going to bring you even more out of your comfort zone. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's been really hard to even get to this place of discomfort here because it's already been uncomfortable, except for Leos. Leos, I feel that you've been pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. I feel that where you've gotten to now has all been about strategy. I think last week in your reading, it was all about feeling strategic, especially in the workplace, having a plan that you've been working through. Now, I feel that for the rest of the fire signs, though, you've just been like, WTF, pulled out into the cosmos here. Aw. I just felt Misty's energy. Go figure. Now, as you guys move further out here into the ethers, so to speak, into your uncomfort zone, your discomfort zone, you guys are going to be finding a whole bunch of new things, a bunch of new activities, a bunch of new people. I mean, isn't that to be expected? I mean, imagine how much energy is being shifted right now, guys. All of that energy that has been shifted through these cosmic influences has brought you to a place now, but you've been very stressed out about it if you're vibing with this reading. But I feel that you're going to continue on, but you know what, this time stepping out of your comfort zone is going to be more about what's going to be happening in the physical. Thank you, Spirit. So now we're going to be seeing some stepping out of your comfort zone in terms of the physical, new people coming in, new opportunities coming in, moving, all sorts of stuff. That's the great shift being made manifest. Now, yay, right? Keep going, thank you, God, because it's going to lead to prosperity. So in other words, you're going to be led right into jackpot. So whatever path you're on right now, I'm seeing an artist, and there's an artist, at least one on here, who's been thinking about quitting. Don't quit. Don't quit. Keep going. Whatever is going on with you guys, all of you, keep going, because it's eventually going to lead to something amazing. Now I'm seeing what's going on here, and I feel that a lot of you might be having some stress. Sorry. Sometimes the words come so fast it makes me want to yawn. Taking in too much air. What I'm seeing for you guys is that one of the major discomforts of this week and in general is the not knowing. So it's about embracing the in-between, especially for you Aries people. Aries people, we don't just stroll. We get up, we don't leave point A unless we know where the hell point B is and what we're doing there. Otherwise, what am I doing? I could be sitting here. So imagine being told all this time, wait, and then finally, okay, get up and go, but then it's like, just keep going, but where am I going? And so for a lot of you this week, generally speaking, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, regardless of what you're stepping into, whatever discomfort zone you're stepping into, it's going to be the primary form of discomfort is not going to be the fact that you're going to be trying these new things, although that's definitely a part of it. It's going to be that you don't know where it's leading, but you can just know it's leading that to prosperity. So generally speaking, what can that look like? Say if it's about a love relationship, you might be getting the urgings to put yourself out there, do this and that, go here, try this, work out, blah, blah. But you're like, wait, I need a name and an address, okay? Right? Like, no. But yes. And so it's frustrating if you feel like you're doing all of this, but who am I doing it for? Where am I going? Right? Or if you're just pumping out resumes and there doesn't seem to be a pattern, but you're pumping it out every which way, every field of desire, and then you're like, God, what am I doing? They're like, just put it out there, because for us, we're expecting that the resumes have to go to a specific place and that leads to a specific result, but you actually don't know what pattern you're working off of, but Spirit knows. And so therefore, guys, this week, keep going regardless of how uncomfortable it feels. Now, that being said, for the collective, the fire collective, hit him with the fire, right? Kevin Hart said it. You are being encouraged to surrender to the wisdom of your body. Now, what that basically means, the minute I saw this, is that everybody this week is being asked to surrender something. However, what you're being asked to surrender completely depends on who you are. It's too specific, because there are so many of you guys out there watching, please God. And what each person has to surrender has to do with their personal energy frequency. It has to do with their past lives. It has to do with this life. It has to do with their karmic bonds. So many things that make it so specialized. And so what's happening is that they're actually asking you guys to surrender that which you know you need to surrender. And this week, it will be in your face. For some of you who are not listening, it's going to be in your face. But if you're listening, you'll feel it in your body. You're like, ah, dude, I need to stop drinking this. You know, these McFlurries are not good, you know. Or I need to stop talking to this person. Ah, every time this person calls, like I feel obligated to answer, but when I'm off the phone or even while I'm on the phone, I just feel like icky and slimed. Like things like that. Listen to your body, all right? So those are some collective messages for the week of January 13th to the 19th for fire signs. Now, let's look at the bottom of the deck for you guys as a general. Hold on. It's coming. Now, it's interesting what I'm seeing here, because if this is not a shift, I don't know what is. Because first of all, as a collective, a new start is coming. Now, you guys have been feeling this new start forever, right? You've been feeling it. And, you know, maybe it's a good thing that shifts don't come overnight. Like, oh, tonight I went to bed as this, and next day I woke up, like, completely not wanting that anymore. Now, maybe that has been the case for some of you, and yeah, congratulations. It makes things even easier. But what usually happens is that as we're shifting out of things, we're needing to let go of things. Some of those things we have emotional attachments to, bonds to, all sorts of stuff. Could be legal bindings that just need time to work out. And then we have to also embrace the new and look forward to the new. And sometimes, especially for some of us that need to know what the next step is, if we don't have a name, if we don't have an address, if we don't have a city name, if we don't have a direction to go, it can be stressful, because you feel like you're in this quote-unquote desert period or in between period, and it can be very, very stressful. Now, take a look at the contradiction and where some tension might be this week if you allow it to get onto you. A new start is coming, but look at these. On the one hand, Spirit is saying for this week, surrender to what is. So that says, of course, let go of all denial. Let go of the denial. If you're being asked to leave certain things and you're like, aw, but, right? No. Okay? They're saying, look at the facts. Get the receipts. Whitney Houston said, I got the receipts, okay? But do you? And so here's what they're saying. You have to surrender to what is. Look at the truth of what's going on around you. Is the business still working? Is the relationship actually a good one? Are your kids actually listening? Is your husband actually working? Like, God bless, you know, not to throw that last one in, but you know, guys, Spirit doesn't mince words in my readings. So I'm seeing a mirror here. They're telling you to look at yourself in the mirror and keep it real. Keep it 100, guys. Don't lie to yourself anymore and surrender to what is. But the rub here is that as this new start comes in, while the surrendering to what it is about being with 2 feet on the ground and looking at the reality in that 3D so you can stop lying to yourself about certain things, they're also asking you to allow in this creativity. Act as if what it is that you want is already here and has already come to pass. So they're speaking of manifestation while admitting is what they want to say, while admitting what is. So some of you might be like, wait a minute, so how am I supposed to manifest new money when I'm looking at my bank account and I have zero? Well, the way you do that is to look at your bank account, for example, and to say, oh my God, I have zero, yeah, according to this bank account. But you have to remember that the bank account and what you see in your 3D world is a manifestation of a past intention. So in short, you're living in the past. What you see in the physical is completely the past. So acknowledge the past. Hit him, God. Acknowledge that relationship. Oh, this relationship's already over. All right? It's already over, because if it's struggling like this right now in the present, yeah, it's already here. But I am going to go ahead and bring in my future. A new start is coming by focusing on the present moment, which is in the etheric. The present moment is the future. The future, in other words, is going to be the manifestation. Let's put it this way. Your future is your past manifestation, 3D manifestation of your present moment. So always remember, the present moment is one that you cannot see. All right, so I always use the same analogy. Imagine a train on the train tracks. What came first? The train tracks. So if you want to build a train to go from here to Cincinnati, wherever here is, unless you're in Cincinnati, then you can choose a new location. But if you want to, make a train to go from here to Cincinnati, you have to lay the tracks down first in the present moment. The train itself, once it rides on there, that's going to be already a past situation because the tracks have been laid. So right now, do not get caught up in what it is around you. Acknowledge what is around you as a past manifestation, and then use that mirror like, dude, am I liking this? If not, program your present moment by acting as if what you want is already here. When you program that present moment, guess what? You're setting yourself up for the future, because that's all the future is. There's no such thing as, present, past, and future. But when we start looking at that 3D and all that stuff, one of the ways that we can look at it, thank you, Spirit, is by looking at the present as the holy key to everything. Because there is, Anyway, God bless. Hope that made sense. All right. So let's put those cards gently back on the side. And let's just go back to our original collective message. It's going to be back to business as usual, everybody. So this means resuming everything that you've been working on, all of the things that have been happening for you as the new year starts now, and as all of this cosmic energy just stops slamming us. Although, I think it is what it is. Anyway, God bless you. Let's continue. All right. Alright, so that's what I'm getting as a collective, alrighty? So let's move on to Aries. Ding! Aries, hi Aries. So Aries, generally speaking, you are being encouraged for the week of January 13th to the 19th to brown bear it. So in other words, take some time out. Now, I know some of you guys are like, wait, hold on, Jay, you just said it's about it's about getting back to business as usual. That's right, but what they're saying is that for you, Aries, it's about needing to take breaks. Now, notice his own paw print on him. It's like, hey man, you need to relax. You need to take some time out, go walk it off, right? And why that is because I feel that a lot of you have been super ultra focused on something. It could be just something as simple as getting through the days, right? Getting through the old 3D life that no longer fits you and just all that stuff. But for whatever it's worth, I feel that this is going to be a medical break that you need. Now, the general message that I got for Aries people is fighting till the end, right? So you guys have been, that's what I was picking up there. You've been fighting something. Could be about needing to work through grief related to relationship or something that you had to let go. It could be dealing with in-laws. I'm seeing for some of you. Some of you it's straight up dealing with parents. Some of you I'm seeing dealing with a car company, like dealing with a broken fridge or some defective fridge that somebody might have just bought or feel swindled about. Or now if that's you, the one with the broken fridge or the defective fridge that you may have just bought or whatnot, and you'll know if it's you because you're also feeling a bit swindled about it. I want you to know that the swindled feeling, more of that is mostly about your past life situation. That's something from a past life that's coming up that needs to be cleared. So the fridge can be broken, but it doesn't have to be because someone tried to swindle you, okay? That could be simply because there was a human error, a mistake on their part or something, in which case you can legitimately recover unless you pulled it up off a garage sale, then God bless, right? But that being said, it might have been that. That being said, don't go accusing them of you knew what this was about, you swindler, because I feel that it's not the case. I think that was designed to trigger that swindling energy within you that needs to be healed, okay? Now, that being said, I feel like you'll be fighting till the end, guys. So that means you're going to keep going till the end of what? I feel like this fighting energy, this fighting to work through all of your shadows and all of this that has been stemming since the last half of 2019, I'd say about August, and just, continuing on into December and then now, whatever that is. I feel that you're going to keep going, but you have to give yourself rest, especially during this week. I feel that the advice that Spirit is saying, a special message for you, which we see here. As soon as I pulled it out, I was like, oh, I didn't even have to look at what cards they were. It's just like, oh, the energy was over it. And it said, don't fight yourself, okay? And we'll revisit that message in a second. Don't fight yourself. Stop fighting yourself, okay? So make sure that you allow yourself to rest. Bam, rest. Now I'm seeing that it's actually through rest, Aries, that you're going to be receiving information. Look at this. These look like medicine leaves, almost like a medicine bag around his neck. There are just certain forms of information that you're just not going to get until you put yourself to rest this week. Now, some of you are like, but wait, but these shadows aren't resting. What do I do? Well, what they're saying is as you rest, you also surrender and know that miracles are endless. So they're saying don't think that this is a 1-to-1 ratio situation where you put something in and you get something out. No, sometimes you get even more out by taking time out and resting and allowing Spirit to work through. Now, Spirit has got your back. You saw that as a collective energy for this week. And if you're watching this video and things are resonating and I'm giving you this, then clearly you have to trust in the miracle. Okay, so if they say take time out, miracles will happen, take time out because miracles will happen. We love Cow Spirit. Look at that. Look at all of those ideas. Cow Spirit is so maternal, and she's like, hey, what are you doing out of bed? All right, get back to bed. So take a rest. Now, what does take a rest mean? That's what I'm wondering. Take a rest means, number one, trusting in the universe. It means chilling out. Don't feel that you have to do everything on your own all the time. You know, trust that Spirit will pick up some slack for you, right? Yeah, maybe you do need to make that phone call, right? Maybe they are waiting, but listen, maybe they're not. Maybe they'll be quite understanding if you just take a break for a second and just shoot them a quick email and let them know you got caught up and that you will give them their call a little bit later, right? Give yourself time is what they're saying. Now, let's go on to this. Now, I'm seeing another contradiction in your cards because, guys, take a look. We've got cute little Otter Spirit. You know Otter Spirit, the homies, right? They love each other. They're always together. And then we've got Groundhog Spirit, who basically comes through with #foreveralone, right? But take a look. This is not on its face going to be read on its face. Here's how we're going to read it. Because I was like, God, what? Otter Spirit is actually saying, hi, Aries. I know that you usually hear about me in terms of twin flame and soulmates and stuff, but my message is different today. So Otter Spirit is saying to remember that love comes in all forms. And a lot of you out there, I know, are going through a breakup. I was really, really feeling that the first time I shot this video. Right? Not dredging up the past and being upset about that. But anyway, yeah, so I felt that a lot of you were going through a breakup. I felt a lot of you, I'm feeling even a lot of you might be having old exes sniffing around again. Like, please bypass X for an X for a reason. X is an X for a reason. So please don't get lulled into needing to get back with the ex or whatnot. It is just what it is because the dust is kicking up and people are feeling the shift, and so they're just coming in like that. But it doesn't mean anything. Okay, don't be like, oh my God, he totally wrote me back. Doesn't mean he wants to get back together. No. All right. But what I'm seeing here, Otter Spirit is saying, listen, you're never alone. You have to start acknowledging the people who are in your life on a daily basis. But for example, the ice cream guy, the postman, the person who works in room 4G at your building, your office building, right? These are the people that you have to start connecting with. You have to start putting your views back out into the world. So you've been very focused, as we saw with Bear Spirit. You've been very focused on that one person or that one issue or that whatever. And they're trying to help you, Outer Spirit is trying to help you to make connections with new channels through which love can flow. Now, I know that sounds strange, but let's break it down. Dog Spirit is coming through and saying, be loyal to what you love. Looking at these two, it makes somebody feel like, oh my God, I need to go back and make sure I stick to this person. That's not it. Dog Spirit is saying, hey, what do you like? Let's pump you back up. You deserve it. For example, and he's talking about building self-love here. What do you like? Do you like ice cream? So if you like ice cream, bing, Bear Spirit says, take some time out during the day and go for ice cream. Just go. Who cares how many calories? Who cares how much you weigh in the current 3D space? Who cares who's watching what you eat? Who gives a damn how much it costs? Go get your ice cream, get your sprinkles, and sit down and eat that. All right, just do it. Because Dog Spirit is saying, do what you love. So what happens is if you give yourself that time to take time out and follow your joy, follow your bliss, you'll be like, oh my God, I actually remember I used to love eating ice cream for no reason. And then on the way home, you see an ice cream parlor, just stop off. Yeah, people are waiting for you at home. Yeah, you have to get dinner started. Yeah, this, that, yeah, that, this. Take some time out. Go have your ice cream. And if you need to sit and eat it for a little bit, sit and eat it. And just spend the moment enjoying that moment. Now, let's say you did that for 20 minutes. Or let's say by the time you were done stopping off, buying it and eating it, and you're getting back in your car or getting back to wherever you need to go, it's been 45 minutes. Then you can you can write that down, keep a journal. 45 minutes, eat ice cream. You now, out of your 24-hour period, have just carved out 45 minutes of joy. And hopefully it wasn't 30 minutes out of that 45 minutes lambasting yourself. You know what I mean? Do it for a higher power, and the higher power here is the power of self-love. Now, let's say there's something else that you love. You don't watch movies anymore. Say you can't go out to the movie theater for whatever reason. You know, you're at home. Go ahead, spend the $4 and rent the movie. You know, that's on Amazon. Just rent it and watch it, or take yourself to a movie and go ahead and order like pizza, or go ahead, get some microwave popcorn, or, whatever it is that you need, and make it a thing for yourself. Now, let's say that movie is about 2.5 hours long. Now, the whole movie situation is going to say, let's say 3.5 hours, all the prep and everything. Now, add the 3.5 hours to the 45 minutes that you spent that week with ice cream. Now, do the math, because I'm not going to. And look at how much time you've carved out already in your week for self-love. And guess what? When you're at the ice cream parlor, you're connecting with the person serving your ice cream. When you go to get your popcorn at the market, you can give a smile to the person at the register. So you can even invite friends to come along with this. So what I'm trying to say is that Dog Spirit and Otter Spirit are coming through, Aries, to tell you that, guess what? For this week, start working on building self-love. Start with the little things. Connect with the things that you love to do, the things you may have even lost sight of doing. And they're saying, as you carve out time, you can even make note of how much time you spend doing those things. You will be surprised how not only will you have a quantity related to how much joy you are dedicating yourself to, oh, well, this week I spent, let's say, blah, blah, blah hours loving myself. And today I spent a combination of 7 hours doing things that made me happy. Whatever it is, after a while, guys, how can you still feel sad? You know what I mean? Because you're basically giving yourself the things that make you happy, even if it's like buying a pen that you see in the market that looks so cute, and you buy it, and then for a second you're like, I'm gonna go write with it, and for the whole day you write with that pen, at work. Those are things that bring you joy, and that's what Cow Spirit and Brown Bear Spirit are coming together to say. Brown Bear Spirit is like, take the time out, Dog Spirit is like, focus on what you love to do, your enjoyment, follow your bliss. Otter Spirit is saying, as you do that, allow other energies to come in. Connect with the people through which these opportunities are made possible. The person scooping your ice cream, the person selling the pen, right? And Cow Spirit is saying, watch us work miracles in your love life. They're saying, in your life in general. They're saying, I'm feeling there's a lonely cook out there. I almost said chef, but you feel more like a cook because it feels like you work in the back of a restaurant. Like, you know, but not in a like 10-star restaurant or something. Like in the back of a restaurant, you would call yourself a cook. Well, you may be feeling a little lonely, and they're saying that this is what you need to do to get yourself into this place of happiness. Guess what? When you get to this place of happiness and you're feeding your spirit by literally following your passion, it doesn't matter how small the passion is, then guess what? You're going to radiate at a higher level, and people are going to love it, and they're going to be drawn to you. Now, here's the contradiction, it seems, because it's like, wait a minute, right? It looks like that, and then we have Ground Spirit, time to let go. What? Claim your independence? Actually, there's no contradiction. It's complementary. First of all, look at how lovely. Oh, this Cat Spirit always looks majestic. But anyway, Groundhog Spirit is saying time to let go, but what Groundhog Spirit is saying is this, yes, of course it could be also for those of you still needing to let go of a person. Yes, if that rings for you, yes. Claim your independence. That comes through loud and clear. Look at that, 3113, can't hide from it. No room for denial there. Get it, guys? No room for denial. But that being said, they're also saying that even as you reach out to people and do what you love, very, very important this week and in general, they're saying that you also have to give yourself time out for yourself. This is about time out, yes, but let go of, you know, give yourself time alone. And not time alone like, now you're like walking the Brooklyn Bridge alone. It's not like that. It's like, make sure that of the time that you give your time, of the time that you spend alone, make sure that you don't pick up calls, make sure, like, you get what I'm saying? Carve out the time for you. Now, as you do that, I think Spirit is going to help you to learn to not only focus on feeding your soul with the things that you love, but also on feeding your soul with time for yourself. A lot of us don't know what time for ourselves mean. And of course the reason why is because for a lot of people, when they are by themselves, they're going to be like, well, what am I going to do by myself? Well, once you start filling your time by yourself with all of this fun stuff, you're going to start to you're going to start to associate alone time with absolute joy and fun. And get this, when you're alone and you have that time out, you can be at peace. And that Brown Bear Spirit is saying is when all of this information starts to be able to download for you. Now, speaking of that, where was this card? Here we are with Eagle Spirit. See? Look at that right there, those two little headdress circles. To me, that's information being downloaded. That is like a speaker that's basically speaking all this information to you. So basically, you have to give yourself that time alone. Excuse me. Yeah, they're also pointing out, thanks, Spirit. They're also, oh, cute, there's an ant. Oh, somewhere over there, you can't see. Anyway, they're also pointing out, look, Cat Spirit has ears, has those as well. That's connection to the divine. Information will be flooding in. You'll be able to hear it, a lot of you. But they're also saying that it's also going to be the channels. They're saying the proper channels through which they will be giving you information about yourself, and for a lot of you about spiritual service. And you know, spiritual service is my forte. Oh, right? So a lot of you have been needing to shake off some stuff because you do have some kind of mission work that you have to do. If that's you, you know who you are. And even if you're like, is that me? Chances are it could be you. Ooh, 33 minutes, 33 seconds. Get it? Right? So the first step, they say this week, is for you to give yourself the time that you need. Start to fill the time alone with joyful, blissful activities. It doesn't matter how small it is. Even if it's just popping bubbles on bubble wrap, go to town, okay? And for some of you, if you'd like and you want to take a more objective approach to it, start to clock how much time you spend in dedication to the things that bring you joy. I promise you, through that you will start to connect with new people, new energies, and you will start to reconnect with yourself. But you will also start to notice that during those joyful activities alone, you will not only be reconnecting with yourself, but you'll be having a lot of impressions coming through, a lot of information coming through. It's going to be easier for them to slip that information in to you and for you. They'll also be able to, I'm seeing some of you will also be able to do some channelings as well during that time, because you're cutting out all of the old stuff, but you're also cutting out all of the concerns for other people, overthinking about other people that you usually allow to come into your private space. So this week is going to be teaching you how to carve out a legitimate private space for you, okay? Now, let's look at the cycles that you're going to be going through in this week. Aries, God bless. So, notice here it says the energy is gaining momentum, and meditate and contemplate. I mean, isn't this exactly what they're saying? They're saying, yeah. So you're still in the midst, Aries, of working through whatever it is that you've been working through, fighting through whatever it is that you've been fighting through. What are you fighting through? You're fighting to get through to the other side, whatever that other side is. You're fighting to get rid of the grief. You're fighting to make the transition. You're fighting for that shift that's coming into your life. But at the same time, look at Brown Bear Spirit being reflected here. Meditate, contemplate, right? Try something new. During this kind of blackout, during this time where you are being asked to give yourself that time out, just enjoy yourself, even as the energy still goes, and even as you are needing to work through stuff. And they're saying again, the special message for you is, don't fight yourself. Don't fight yourself. And how do you not fight yourself? Listen to what they're saying. Carve out that time. Do things that make you feel happy, no matter how small and how short the duration is. Let it add up. Give yourself time to think. Even if it means sitting in your car like 5 minutes alone in a safe place before going into your home or going into work, right? I'm not saying sit in your car so everyone can see you there and you're a sitting duck. I'm not saying that. But you get what I'm saying. Take the stairs. So did you take longer to get to your destination as opposed to taking the elevator, right? Now, some surrender cards that they're saying for you this week, Aries, God bless, is to surrender to complete healing. Look at her. It's the same message. Look at her. Receiving all of this energy that's coming towards you. All of that energy that's coming towards you. But at the same time, allow the frustrations to go. Now, you might be calming down. Now, you might be like, yeah, I am frustrated. I am. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, but the more frustrated you are feeling, Aries, the more it is because you are not allowing this healing energy to come in and push away, blow away rather, like to blow away what it is that you are going through. So that tells me that there's resistance, and that's an invitation to inquiry. So if the healing energy is coming in, but I'm feeling frustration, what am I refusing to let go of? Okay? And then ask you'll know what you don't want to let go of. It could be that you don't want to let go of a person because insert reasons, right? And you have to follow up on that. You have to think about it, meditate about it. Enjoy it while still building your time alone and enjoying yourself. Trust me, that's when they'll be able to connect with you more. So allow the frustration to subside. Surrender to God. Surrender to that higher self of yours and source energy. And rest. Okay? So these messages are pretty much consistent for you. Okay, and the last two messages, of course, we got special message without even looking at the cards. Broom. That's how quick it is. Energetically, it says, don't fight yourself. Okay, now let's take a look. When I looked closer, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Don't fight yourself. Look here. See all this energy coming in? It's like it's the same thing. Look at all this energy coming in. But you need to be cool, calm, collected, and that needs to be you. Don't worry about the other people. Don't worry about the reports. Don't worry about this and that. Let those things figure themselves out. Let those things work themselves out. As you take a rest, Cow Spirit says, I take over and allow miracles to happen for you. Because I know you're like, well, when I open up my eyes, one of these people is going to be gone, right? But you might also open up your eyes and you see that they've like made their amends and they've worked out their own issues on their own, whatever it is, right? This looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the back for some reason, this right there. So somebody, and this looks like an alligator. So some of you are dealing with other people who are having some really hostile energies towards each other. Listen, that has nothing to do with you. Step out of it. If you're a mom and you're dealing with your kids, you know, let it go. Let them work it out. Yeah, you need your peace. You know, who would win between an alligator and a Tyrannosaurus Rex? I don't know. And we won't know because we're going to close our eyes and let them figure it out, okay? Now, that being said, they're saying, yeah, don't fight yourself is the first message that we could see. But also they're saying, allow the energies to come in, but allow yourself to take rest. Now, I feel that if you are to do that, you have to relax and trust in spirit. Look at this Sphinx. The Sphinx is overlooking you. Excuse me. It's giving you, it's making sure your steps are okay, that you're being all right, that you're getting the healing that you need. Look at that little leg there. You look a little vulnerable, right? Your knee. But don't worry, just let spirit take care of everything. All right, so anyway, so that is your weekly reading, Aries. Love you for the week of January 13th or January 19th or whenever you are watching it, all right? Yay, so I would suggest that you stick around a bit because it is still fire signs and you still have something to learn or to glean from all of these lovely people maybe, and messages might still come through that could affect you. And that's why, guys, I'm not doing timestamps. I know some of you are like, damn it! I'm sorry, but it is a conscious choice. It wasn't just like some unconscious choice or unconscious like maneuver done by your favorite YouTube reader. Me, yay, yay! No, I seriously planned it that way. Alright, so let's move on into Leo. Yay! Leo, dear God, Leo, God bless your buttons. So last week, if I remember right, Leo, you were dealing with some stress, but you are not feeling as like stressed out and whatnot as Aries and Sagittarius. But I was picking up a lot of good luck in the workplace, but also a lot of like stress in the workplace, a lot of strategy, a lot of needing to, you know, have plans of attack, plans of whatever. I'm gonna be honest, I'm still feeling a bit of that vibe this week. However, I feel, take a look at your overall, look at elephant spirit and squirrel spirit. I feel that your overall energy this week is that you need to learn from the past, all right? So I'm picking up that some of you may have heard some stuff about yourself. There may have been some things about yourself that made you feel bad, something that you learned during this week, all sorts of stuff. But I'm seeing, and also from the past, like maybe this is bad programming, so to speak. Like somebody might have said some things to you, or you might have experienced some things in your past that you need to let go of. The best way to counter that this week is that you can believe in yourself. This is like you telling yourself, yeah, maybe I don't know how to make proper copies, but you know what, I'm going to keep making copies. At least I show up to the copy machine, you know, something like that, on different scales, right? Oh my gosh, last time, yeah, man, when I was doing this in the last video, I had so much coming off this card, and I'm like trying to tap into that again. But either way, to summarize it, yeah, I feel that you, yes, I'm seeing that, there it is. I'm seeing, because there's a crack in that skull almost, and I feel that Leo, I almost said Aries and then Gemini, so if you're watching, you have Aries and Gemini in your chart, this could also be for you. Leo, I really feel that somebody said something, or you witnessed something, or something happened. Could have even been last week, or it could happen this week as well, but notice it says from the past. You got something in your mind. Something is now living rent-free in your mind that is hurting you, okay? You have to believe in yourself nonetheless and keep going. Like, that's your message for this week. Keep going. I'm also seeing, as a general message for Leo, they said, before I did the cards, they said, keeping it real until Saturday. Whatever is going on for you, just keep going. Notice how he keeps like pulling nuts and pulling nuts and pulling nuts, even though there's a little teardrop. Aww, aww, Leo. You guys know that triggers my nurturing side. Stop it. Now I want to hug. Right? So they're saying keeping it real on Saturday. There's this feeling of like making it, like fake it till you make it. Like, just keep going. I just need to make it to Saturday. That's what I'm getting for you. Now that could be because you're going through some kind of maybe people are observing you, maybe you're under some type of testing conditions. Whatever it is, just keep going. And they're saying at the same time to take it easy though, because I'm seeing that they're saying you might need some medical rest this week, right? Medical rest meaning like kind of like what Brown Bear spirit was coming through at Aries, but more I'm sorry. Excuse me. More medical related to you, Leo. So it's almost like maybe some of you might be having headaches, migraines. Someone may actually have a time in hospital, whatever's going on. So they're saying get your rest in because you need to. I'm for a special message for you. They're saying watch your words when it comes time to talk. We'll explore that a little bit more here, but there's going to be something, maybe I'm getting the words like a tribunal. Maybe there's something you have to give a speech about, or you have to talk about, or you have to make that call, or somebody, a superior, like maybe a superior asks you questions and you have to give a statement, or maybe you're a university student doing your PhD or something and you have to meet with your advisor, and like whatever it is, watch your words, okay? Dot your I's, cross your T's. That came through very strong for you this week, Leo. All right, one sec, let me, okay. You definitely need some medical rest. Elephant spirit is coming through with a very grandmotherly energy as well. So maybe somebody's grandmother is looking out for them from spirit. Amen. You know, ancestors. Yeah, someone's grandmother could be more than one, or just whoever on the other side. They're looking into it. They're saying they're looking into whatever this thing is that is in your mind. This is past programming that needs to be reduced, they're saying. Not completely forgotten, because they're saying there was a lesson in there, but to reduce it, to reduce the noise. And I'm seeing them looking into it, your medical guides looking into it, things like that. So that's good. So basically they're going to be tweaking you. All right, now let's take a look, Aries. Not Aries, sorry. Leo. Unless Aries you're still watching, then let's take a look as well. But look, I'm seeing here in this card to the left, look at him like, tell me I can't make copies. Who does he know? Right? That's the energy that I'm getting off of Sandpiper Spirit. And Sandpiper Spirit triggered my nurturing feelings as well, because he's crying. Look, there's a little tear there, and then he's got a tear, like blue there. This is where he's holding his tissues in his pocket. Yeah. Aw, guys, Leo. Somebody said something to you. Someone said something to you, you overheard something, and you've made it mean something about your ability to function in the workplace, or your ability to function as a human being, or as a lover, or whatever, and it is in your mind. All right? So again, Spirit is working to help reduce the noise, because, you know, it's not all true. But whatever it is, it's definitely got you. It's got you. But I'm seeing, again, this energy of you still going and still plodding forward, working, not giving up the fight, whether or not it's related to the workplace or family or relationship or whatever. I'm just seeing you. I'm seeing a woman, her sister may have said something out of pocket to her. You know, you guys are both grown. may have said something out of pocket at a holiday function or something, and it's been in your mind, it's been on your mind, and I'm just seeing you in the kitchen, like now at your own place, cleaning and cooking, but kind of like, you know, throwing the plastic bowl into, like, heavily into the dishwasher, like, yeah, tell me I don't know how to do this, like, you don't know how to do this, like, you blah 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 blah, how dare she, like, having that kind of energy. So whatever this is, Spirit is working to help you guys to reduce the noise from that situation. Be playful like Sandpiper Spirit, right? But Sandpiper Spirit is definitely going through something now. Yeah, because it's rocked Sandpiper Spirit's world and sense of self. And I mean, let's be honest, Leos are all about that ego. And sometimes they just, I mean, no shade, guys, but sometimes they just don't, they seem so impervious to criticism sometimes, because they literally will be like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. I'm the shit. You know, and they won't believe you. But at the same time, and that time you're really telling them something they need to know. But at the same time, every now and then there's a crack in that pride, and something gets to them, and you know, you don't want a broken Leo on your hands, okay? All right. So it's kind of like, that's the energy I'm getting. There's a sense of brokenness, but they're saying keep going, okay? Don't give up. Keep it real until Saturday. Keep going. No matter what you're feeling, just keep going. And they're going to be working to help you with that. Now, take a look at cute little Antelope Spirit. Look at Antelope Spirit running and trying to do his thing. But, yeah, because there's a lot of energy going on around you in this arena. Could be in the workplace or the relationship or wherever. But a family. But I'm seeing here, look at how he seems to be like racing against his own erasure, so to speak. Look at how he's like got all this stuff coming off of him. Now, what I'm getting from that is like you feel so targeted. It's almost like you feel like you're falling apart at the seams a bit, Leo. But there's even one in the neck, right? But, you know, you might feel like someone's coming for you, like, you know, but keep going. But look at, this is what caught my attention when I was doing the reading yesterday. And because there's somebody watching you. Look at your side eye. You're looking at them. You're very conscious of them. Could be a boss. Could be an aunt. Could be, I almost said an automatron. Maybe that means something for somebody. I'm seeing that some of you Leos, sorry, I say Aries. Some of you Leos might be feeling like someone's watching you. Like, here's the feeling that you're gonna get. You're gonna feel like, dude, this person is all up on me. Like, this person is a thorn in my side. They're like, you know, let's say they're not even my boss. They're like one of the bosses, but not my direct boss. I don't even know why they like are asking to see my work. I don't even know why they're even like all up in my grill, all up in my mix. They don't even know what the flavor is. You know, that's the idea. It's almost like this idea, this combination of being watched. And I'm going to tell you, if that's what you're feeling, you are being watched. I can see it right there. It's also combined with this feeling of like frustration, like mind your own business kind of feeling coming from you. How dare you? Who does this person think they are? Kind of feeling coming from you. But here's the kicker. I feel that this person is actually coming through as a benefactor or benefactress, but they're purposefully not letting you know that, because it's almost like, you know what, remember in, look, come on, how many of you guys read the books? Like, everyone goes to the movies, but, you know, remember when Harry Potter first came out, the first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Anyway, remember when he was playing Quidditch, and Professor Snape was in the bleachers, and you know, somebody was interfering with Harry. No spoilers, but no, this is a major spoiler. But you know what? You guys have had like over a decade, so go read or watch the movie. But remember, he was playing Quidditch, and somebody was interfering with his broom magically, like way above the ground, and he almost fell off his broom, and he was having a lot of trouble. And then he remembered seeing in the bleachers Professor Severus Snape, God bless, Alan Rickman, shout it, right? He was like muttering under his breath, and Harry was like convinced that Professor Snape was the one trying to down him off of his broom. But actually, later on in the book, it turns out that Professor Snape was actually honoring a promise he made to his Harry's mother, Lily, also the object of Professor Snape's affection, right? but he could never have her because she fell in love with James Potter, Harry's obnoxious, absolute obnoxious father. By the way, he was obnoxious. I'm sorry. Anyway, and so what that story teaches us is the energy is the same here. Somebody is actually not gunning for you. They're definitely watching you, but they are actually protecting you. Now, take a look here. I'm seeing this same person as a young person. So you're probably like, how? I'll show you. This is their big head. Look at their cute eye and their little button nose. Boop. And then look at their little stomach. You know how little kids have big stomachs? And then a little wing, right? And then I guess I don't know what that other thing is. So my point is, what they're showing me here is that there was a time in the past where this person was made, like rendered speechless, rendered vulnerable. There was a time in their professional life, for example, or in their life in general, where as an adult, they were hurt. And they felt like it wasn't their fault. And it wasn't, as I'm seeing. Like, say, for example, using that same analogy, in the workplace when they were first starting out, and they were young and innocent and naive like you, and they wanted to rise in the ranks, and they wanted to become an executive, and now they're an executive, but back in the day they weren't. They were like you. And they wanted to, like, they did all they could. They were ambitious. They did their best. They dotted their I's, crossed their T's, whatever. And somebody out there older than them and in an exec position saw them as a threat, and they might have done stuff to sabotage their career, and or there were things that nobody trained them on, like no one told them as an insider, because they were threatened by that person. You know, they were threatened by your person rising through the ranks. Sorry, my words. Ooh, 55 minutes, 55 seconds, right? So what is happening is this person is seeing in you that younger self of them, and they are, without exposing and revealing themselves, because it might not go with the office persona that they've already projected. Maybe they projected themselves as being like the bad bitch, you know, or like the mean boss or whatever, but actually they have taken you under their wing, and they are looking out for you and doing for you what they wish someone else had done for them. All right, that they have a funny way of showing it. It's like, dude, why can't you just let me know and just help me out? Oops, excuse me. But you know, that's not how it works. So I'm seeing, for example, maybe you might be annoyed in the workplace because you're trying to submit your spreadsheets to your boss, but then this person is asking to see your spreadsheets before you submit it. You're like, dude, you're not even in my department. You work in the marketing department. Why are you all up in my accounting spreadsheets? Like, this is some bullshit. You know, now you want me to like go back and change this section and that section. Screw you. But actually, what I'm seeing here is they know more about the people above, because they're at a higher level than you, and they know more about the sharks who they work with. They're trying to prepare you to dot those I's and cross those T's, and to not screw yourself over, because there are certain things that you don't know about where you're trying to go. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to protect you from the sharks that are at their level. They're trying to buffer things for you. And I think, and notice how he's holding a mirror here. This looks like a little mirror right to your eyes. He or she is trying to groom you in a way as a mentor without coming out and saying they're mentoring you. So Leo, I hope that makes sense to you. So if somebody is putting you through the ringer, or you're like just annoyed by a senior person at the job, or just like, dude, a know-it-all, or like, they are not actually against you, and they're actually helping you. And you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes to help you out. You may not even know, but in a few years, they might ask you, like I'm seeing 3 years, you might be working on their team because they're grooming you for something bigger and better, and they want to see you through to your career. I'm seeing lightning right here. They're putting lightning under your butt. And they're also not only putting lightning under your butt to keep you going, but to groom you and be like, listen, this is not the place where you need to break down in tears. You need to go out. You need to turn your work in and get it done right, and don't let them see you cry. And then when you're done in this meeting, you need to go to the girls' bathroom or boys' bathroom and cry it out. and they might seem like a mean person, but they're not. They're actually tuning you to be a better fit to where you're trying to go, but they're trying to protect your path. Oh, that's what it is. They're trying to protect your path, and there's a sense of maternal nurturing coming from this male or female energy that's doing that for you. And part of it is like, F you people, like whoever they're like, F you people. I don't think they like a lot of the people they work with. I think a lot of the people that they work with were the same shark energy that they used to come against when they were younger, and no one was there to help them navigate that. And so now they're really trying to help you reach that higher space, but it's kind of like a tough love. Your advice is to listen and don't give too much back talk. I mean, I think they'll allow the back talk from you, but because they see where you are at that novice space, and at the same time they also see themselves in you, and they know that there are just some things you're not going to be able to see and understand, especially since they're not coming through and letting you know, like, duh, I'm helping you, right? They're trying to be all secretive about it. And I think there's a reason why they're being secretive about it, but Spirit is saying that they're being very genuine. And they're saying there has to be some reward, they're saying, or some award for their genuineness, okay? So it's kind of like, Spirit's not saying grow up, but the Spirit is saying expand your optics when it comes to this person, all right? Now, that was very important. That's why we spent like 4 million minutes on it. Now, moving on to your second row, Leo, I'm seeing also, what was I saying? I'm seeing in Koi Fish Spirit that they're going to be trying to move you places, right? Of course, but the message that I was getting big time is they're going to be coming in with word about diets for you, Leo. So somebody here, and God bless, you're going to know if it's you, has an eating disorder, because I'm seeing skin and bones right here. You know if it's you because people might be telling you, oh, you're fine, you look great, but actually you're too thin, and you're like, no, I'm fat. If you look in the mirror and see something completely different from what other people are saying, that's you. They're saying there's an amazing lack of self-love there, and they're saying that over the month, the entire month, they're going to be introducing new levels of pressure to you, because they're trying to get through to you on the mental, emotional, physical, all levels. Whoever you are, they're going to be, you know what it is? It's an intervention. Because I'm seeing all here, they're saying they're going to be staging an intervention for you. So they're saying whoever comes in the name of that intervention and in the name of them, they come in the name of God, and that is who they're going to be sending. But they're going to be like, they're going to be on it. You're going to be hearing people talking about it. You're going to be looking at people giving you certain looks. You're going to have dreams. They're really going to interrupt your everything, your mindset, your spirituality, they're coming for you. And in a sense, it's like to say to you, we haven't forgotten you, and we see what you're going through, and we see what you're doing, is what they're saying. So it's not, they're saying we see what you're doing, okay? So on a level, they're saying don't do that. Don't do that anymore, is what they're saying. And on the one hand, it's like, don't do that. But then also, like, there's this nurturing, like, don't do that anymore. Don't do that to yourself. But they're going to be putting some pressure on you. God bless, okay? Whoever that is for. And I suspect it might be for more than one person, because with that kind of message, they're going to draw people in to watch that message there. Now, for others of you with the eating, Leo, what they're saying is, if you don't have that kind of eating disorder, maybe there are some other things that you need to clean up about your diet. So either way, a lot of news is going to be coming in. I'm also seeing here, oh, they're bringing that energy in now. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, they're so sweet. Okay, so you guys might actually be feeling it. It feels so good. It feels like a gentle energy coming in. You can see it right here, coming in. And it's working at the DNA level, they're saying. They are working right now to clear some junk and gunk and stuff at the DNA level. So all of you, anybody whose eyes touch this, yeah, they're receiving that. Thank you. They're receiving, I mean, we're receiving, they're giving, sorry, it's coming inside. They're clearing up things from wartime, they're saying, from past wars, past lives. People who were starving in past lives, now this lifetime they're recreating that in their body, like to create that emaciated look. Also for some people, they took it differently, like they're overeating now, so they'll never go hungry again. So they're clearing up stuff like that. They're clearing up stuff from colonization. Could be off-world as well, off-planet colonization. So starvation is what they're saying. Yes, and they're also saying there were some mixed signals as well. Mixed signals told to you guys in past lives, in this lifetime, you know, mother figures telling you need to eat less and things like that. Or, you know, I'm seeing Victorian era times, you know, with those corsets, things like that. Beauty concepts, they say beauty concepts are changing in the world, and it's about time, they're saying. But they're also, this clearing that they're doing is going to be helping you, helping all of you, a lot of you. I'm seeing it's like it's going to be a new day, and I'm seeing whoever has eating disorders on here, regardless of which direction you're going, like putting on too much weight or being too underweight, you might start waking up, and every day you'll start to be more clear about what you're doing. It's almost going to be like a miracle. And I'm seeing this here, miracle, like blooming in your eyes, where it's like, whoa, I don't feel like eating that anymore. Or you might have like a breakthrough where it's like, oh my God, I can see my ribs. Wow, I'm really thin. And that right there is a major breakthrough for somebody who is anorexic, for example. Like, because for them, they don't see it. Like, it's just not seen, right? And so there's awareness, is that what they're saying. And they're saying this is very gentle energy. And they're saying that it's like, it's about time that you guys give up living out in your lives and in your body, the sacred body, what somebody else programmed into you. It's like, it wasn't your fault that there was a war. Like, if had you been given a choice, you would have just lived happily doing whatever, not entertaining a war and then starving in it, for example. It wasn't your choice, you know, to hear your mother. I'm seeing someone's mother, a piano teacher or somebody connected with the piano, saying these mean things to you because she had trouble in her childhood. Like, these are things where you have been traumatized, and you're keeping that old trauma pattern that didn't even start with you, and you're holding on to it and carrying it out here. And they're saying it's unfair. Look at the scales right here, right underneath. It's unfair, right? And so they're coming in and they're bringing, I don't know, some of you guys may have felt that energy, that coding coming in. They were clearing that stuff out of your DNA, out of your lineage. So now that it's cleared out, that it's clearing out, you're not going to have those impulses as nearly as much as before. And it's going to gradually become less and less impacting on you. And then your mind's going to be able to fill in the blanks, like, oh, I am too thin, or oh, I actually don't feel like eating those M&Ms, things like that. Interventions that are going to be more successful now, and they're really going to be pushing and infiltrating your field, energetic field, mental field, emotional field, sexual body, all those things. They're going to be bringing these messages in of love through all those channels. So that's a healing, and they definitely just did some of that for you. Amen. Thank you guys. They're so great. Aw, guys, love it. I'm seeing some of you are entertaining thoughts of marriage as well. They're saying that some of you want to be married, and I think that doing this healing and clearing and working through your patterns and your relationship with food is going to help you. And sometimes, guys, I hate to say it because it's like, what? But it's true. Sometimes the reason why things aren't working for us is because we do need to clear the junk at the DNA. We do need to have clearings. We do need to have initiations. We do need to have energetic people helping us with stuff, right? And they're saying call on us, because they could help you out at nighttime as well. What they just did through our reading right now, they could do that for you as well at night, and they will. I'm seeing someone in a car right now. I don't know if you're physically in a car, but it's cold out, it's night out, maybe you're in your car. It looks like an old Jeep Grand Cherokee, the boxy type. It doesn't have to be. But yeah, I'm just seeing them, you know, that message, this message they're giving now, just being a light in the dark for you. Like, oh my gosh. So they're saying to everybody, don't give up. Remember, they said keep it real. until Saturday, okay? Medical rest is what they're calling you to have, Leo, all right? So God bless all of you. And my heart definitely goes out to those of you with those eating disorders, because it's like I could feel that it's just not you. Like it's like old patterning that needed to be cleared out. They're clearing it. They just did a big clearing for you already. In fact, my left hand is still buzzing from it. All right, take a look here. Leo, same card I feel that came out for you last time. A win-win outcome is forecast in the workplace, when it comes to your eating, anything, whatever it is that's going on with you. Win-win, win-win-win. Okay, you're winning. Look, emotions are running high. You're smack dab in the middle of whatever it is that's happening for you, Leo. But remember, they said keep going, keep it real until Saturday. I just feel like Saturday. Why not Sunday? Because this reading extends till Sunday. Saturday must be an important thing. So maybe that's why I'm feeling work week, right? Because people don't, generally speaking, work on the weekends, although a lot of people do. But you get my point. Just keep going. Here also I'm seeing like earth stuff. I was seeing earth stuff yesterday. So a lot of you might actually be feeling all these ways because of the things that are happening on earth, you know, galactic ley lines, things like that. Also because of channeled energy coming from all over. I'm seeing collective energies. It's like pea soup, right? Whatever is going on, like it's really getting you. And right now, isn't it a full moon in Cancer? It's all about emotions right now. So, but they're saying it's a ripe time for release. It's a ripe time to get in, because a lot of people are going through so much stress. They get so stressed that they're like, surrender. I surrender, God, anything to get me through this. And that's when the Spirit can come right in and work some magic. All right. So let's take a look. Right. So for this week, Leo, they're asking you to surrender negative thinking and surrender procrastination. This is the same thing they've been saying all reading for you. I know it hurts, but keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep it real until Saturday, right? Now I'm seeing here, it's almost like a divine wind wants to come in and just blow these shards away. And you already saw that they just did a healing, a clearing for you guys at that DNA level. And that's what it is. It's like, and it's clearing up now. Look at all of that being blown out of your field. So, you know, once that is blown out and stuff, you can have a better way, you can see better, you can keep going. They're just trying to get you to go, all right? Remember, your special message is to watch your words when it comes time to talk. Take a look here. I'm feeling that there's going to be a time to talk, some kind of thing where you're going to be having to give a statement of some sort this week. It could definitely be in the workplace. It could be with an advisor, like maybe like a PhD advisor where you're looking over your thesis or just whatever, or you have to give a reason or an explanation for something. They're saying watch your words. You could be typing a report, spreadsheets, because there's a potential for mishap. I think some of that comes from your like lack of expertise, or like you're a novice, like almost like it's like you just don't know. So some of it may be that you're lacking the wisdom, right? So maybe you're just new to this. Maybe because you're still so new to it, whatever it is, there are certain things that you will not be anticipating, right? For some of you, it could be a court case. Maybe you're doing the court case yourself, maybe whatever, and it's just, there are certain things that you might miss because of the lack of experience. That's what it is. But at the same time, they're saying watch your words. So the best thing that you can do is dot your I's, cross your T's. Do it, please. All right, that's what they're saying. You must do that, because I think you're gonna have some options this week. I think they're gonna be you know, there could be so much energy, you might be confused, just whatever. Maybe you have a lot of people trying to give input to you. Whatever it is, watch your words, think, and pull out all the stops. Dot your I's again, cross your T's, get the receipts, certify the mail, whatever it is, get the insurance on it. Don't be cheap. Get the insurance on it. So that's what I'm getting for you, Leo. Wow, Leo, big reading. Leo, for the week of January 13th to January 19th. Oh my god, this is a long video. All right. Now let's go on all the way over there. Let's go on to Sagittarius. Sorry, Sagittarius, so far in the shadows over there. All right, Sagittarius. Wait, let me see. I feel like there needed it. Is there something else I need to? No? Okay. Yeah. Sagittarius. Hi. Thank you. Sagittarius. Your reading. For you, generally speaking, your reading says, not playing by the rules, okay? I haven't even looked at your cards yet. Okay, not even a little bit. Because I didn't even get to yours yesterday. I tried to pause and lost the whole thing, lost after an hour. Anyway, so yours says, not playing by the rules. I also get the energy of not surrendering without a fight. But your special message is saying this: combining salt and vinegar doesn't match. I'm like, wait, but salt and vinegar chips. But you know it creates an odd taste. So they're saying combining salt and vinegar doesn't match. Now let's delve in to your reading. All right. Okie dokie pokes. Do 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 do. All right. Let's see. Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius, what I'm seeing for you is I'm seeing some hurt feelings in this week of January 13th to the 19th. I'm seeing some hurt feelings. It's almost like somebody said something to you, or somebody, like, I'm feeling like this looks like a big time exec jumping into a pool and just crying and no one's seeing the tears. So what I'm seeing is like, oh, I'm seeing the little wings there. What I'm seeing is you may have recently, or in the past, and you're still trying to get over it, or in this week, you will. I'm seeing this energy of trying to lend your services to somebody, trying to get them to see something that is for their good, trying to help, trying to use your training and your expertise, your weight, so to speak, W-E-I-G-H-T. It's like using the weight of your social status to help somebody. And it's almost like they rebuked you, they said no, they minimized you, they whatever. These are the feelings that you got. And it hurt you. I'm seeing really, really hurt you. And I'm seeing you running until you jump off a pier. And then you jump into the water and you're just swimming out to ocean, crying and not letting them see you, right? And it's almost like such hurt feelings. I mean, Leo started out crying this week, you know? I mean, in their reading. But I'm seeing some genuine hurt feelings on your end, because imagine this big time CEO or whatever getting rebuffed. Hear the words: rebuffed, rebuked. Those are big words, all right? But I'm not getting this energy of indignation where it's like, well, how dare they? It's not that. It's just like, it's just hurt feelings. And at the same time, now look at you. You're in a mouse spirit here. What you were once this big, giant, great energy. Oh, God, I want to hug you so badly. Oh, my gosh. I need to hug one of my stuffed animals because this is too much. And now look at you, reduced to this feeling of being this mouse, tending to the small things. Now you've bought into somebody else's idea of you, and I don't even think they meant it to be that much, right? This idea of you having nothing to offer, and like, you know, you went from having this idea of having the world to offer to now feeling like you have nothing to offer. Wow, that's crazy. Sagittarius, I will slap you through this phone, okay? Look, I don't know what is going on with you, but you need to shake that off real quick. Real quick. Okay? It's interesting because I heard the title of your specific section is Not Giving Up Without a Fight. Wait, was that it? Why is everyone fighting this week? Yours says, yeah, that's right. not playing by the rules, not surrendering without a fight. But yet, look at the energy that we're coming in with in this week. Like, dude, no, Sagittarius, something is wrong. Like, the rest of the zodiac is intervening right now because we can't have Sagittarians being that way. Okay? Let's take a look here. Yeah, look at this energy. This is you licking wounds. It's almost like being brought back to the... Now look how small you are. You're... Look, 1, 2, 3 with skunk spirit, all small things. All right? Look at you. Porcupine spirit says time for beginner mind. Wombat spirit says be at home. So in this week, January 13th to 19th, and spirit is saying, don't worry, Sagittarius, you won't be down for long, is what they're saying. They're promising you won't be down for long. Sorry, you know me. I'm like, no, I'm getting alarmed right now. And they're like, don't worry. All right. So they're saying it's time for beginner mind. So I see this energy this week of you starting to come out of this sadness, starting to come out of this shadow of feeling minimized and less than. And I'm seeing you turning it, and thank God, and transmuting that energy into all right, what about what I was told is true. I'm getting very back to the drawing board feel. I'm getting a very like, I need to shore up, I need to look at myself, I need to be real, keep it real. Some of you might be asking other people to help you see yourself, whether it's psychic advisors, whether it's friends, family, sisters. It could be something as simple as like, hey, this happened at work today, and like, or this happened, like, what do you think? Do you think that I was in the wrong for that? Do you think they were right? Do you think I actually don't know what I'm doing? Do you think I actually made a mistake? Was it malpractice? What happened? And I'm seeing that you have people around you who are looking into you, they're helping you, but they're going to be amazed at what they see behind you. Now, what is it that they see behind you? Let me see if I can tune in. It's almost like they're saying no, because look at this eye. She's like looking at you to help you, like her eye, like her face, and then a little eye, and then her nose, right? She's looking at you, but then all of a sudden she sees something big looming behind you. And she's like, no, porcupine, that's not you. Or whale spirit, that's not you. That's something else. So I'm getting there's something else that might be messing with your frequency. There's something else that may be influencing this situation that's bigger than you think. And you can't even see it, all right? So, there's something going on here that maybe you were thinking it's all you, but it's not. Like, for example, if somebody like rebuked or rebuffed your advances or your suggestions or things like that, there you are thinking that, oh, they don't like me, or they don't respect what I have to offer, or I'm not good enough, whatever, when actually, no, it's not. It might actually be something like maybe they don't like somebody that you're working with, or maybe when they look at you, they see an X, or something that it's almost like it wasn't your fault. Does that make sense? But here's the thing. Here's the good thing about it. Now that we know it wasn't your fault, I'm seeing them like wiping their feet off of that. That's a liberation. It's not you. It's somebody else. But it took you down a notch, and it really, really hurt your feelings, I saw, because we see this great whale spirit now into these rodents, right? God bless. But we're not going to let any energy get wasted. So I'm seeing you going back to the drawing board and looking at yourself and really using the opportunity this week to see, well, what can I do to clear my conscience, is what I'm getting, to clear myself, clear my energy, and also take stock and inventory as to who I really am and what I really have to offer, right? And so I'm seeing it's this energy saying be at home. I almost said this anger. So maybe some of you may be feeling anger about stuff. So obviously there may be some energy impulses like anger, bitterness, frustration that come up. But I'm seeing here there still is this open-eyed approach that you're going to take this week to really finding out if there's truth to whatever this other person said or you believed from that situation. And I'm seeing you just taking time out and being at home to work on stuff, all right? So if you're an industry professional, for example, if you work in the spiritual arts, for example, and or something, and you, or if you're a life coach or something and you gave a reading to somebody and they totally were like no, and they rebuked it or rebuffed it, it may have made you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. Like, it may have made you spin out of control, it may have made you doubt stuff and all sorts of stuff. But what happened, oops, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. What happened is that you made it mean something about yourself. But as we're seeing in the cards here, it actually has nothing to do with you. It's about that person. There's something that that person projected onto you. Or there's something about the team that you work with. It's almost like, well, they secretly dated one of the people that you're working with, and you didn't know that, and it didn't end well, and now you're having to pay for it, and because they see you as connected with that person. And it's like, dude, I had nothing to do with that. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting. But I feel that the beauty of it is that you're going to transmute it and be like, oh, well, you know what? Well, I'm already here. I'm at home. Well, that happened. And well, now I know it has nothing to do with me. But while I'm here, why don't I just take a look at, you know, what I am doing? Like, where can I clean up my own practice? Where can I do this? Where can I do that? Because it was never about you to begin with. All right? So let's take a look. Now take a look. Yeah, it's right in there with what we're saying. Know your worth. But look at Skunk Spirit. Know your worth. Know your worth. So when you know your worth, people can't throw you off your game like that so quickly. But look how responsible Skunk Spirit is. Skunk Spirit is saying, thank you very much for your comments. I'm going to look into that. And she's going to go and look into, see if there's merit in what people are saying to her about her, or what she feels about herself. Is this merit? Or is this something to be discarded, right? Because people are people. You know, people will downvote a video because they're sad about their ex and they don't like what they heard and like blah, 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 blah. And it's really like, dude, the video wasn't for you then, all right? But they're like, I'm mad, right? And that's just the kind of world we live in, you know, guys? And you have to, like, account for that. People are people and they're going to be that way. But it doesn't mean that you have to make it mean something about you. And so, great whale spirit, I feel that, yes, maybe you were at that whale mode and then you went straight down. I'm seeing a deep dive down into mouse spirit. But look at you now as skunk spirit, knowing your worth and taking a delve. And transformation is beautiful. So in this week, you're going to be making a transformation. I'm seeing an idea. I'm seeing like, it's a eureka moment. Eureka! Right? I'm seeing like a little light bulb. I'm seeing like this, like, in the crown. So when during this week, as you're working on stuff, as you're looking at yourself, as you're surrendering to the wisdom of your body, your mind, your spirit, as you're looking through your receipts, you're doing your QuickBooks, whatever it is that you're doing, it's about being at home and taking stock of what you have. It's taking inventory. You're going to have a eureka moment that's going to change you. Wow, Sag spirit. It's going to change you. And you're going to see then that person that told you that or made you believe something, or you chose to believe something based off of what they said, they weren't doing anything to you. They did a great service for you because they got you to this emotional space where you were forced to like take it down a notch, and you chose to, with your awesomeness, you chose to transmute that moment and turn inward and look at yourself, and it will give birth to the eureka moment that's going to change you. All right, so let's take a look at these two. Yeah, there it is. Don't let pride get in your way. Your pride was hurt, but hurt pride is going to lead to amazing results for you. That eureka moment, you and your loved ones are safe. What I'm seeing here, I love it. In this card, what I'm seeing is this beautiful crab spirit. It's like this energy of you. It's not going anywhere. You are amazing. You are that great whale spirit. I'm seeing that regardless of whatever happened, regardless of how bad it feels, it's not going to affect your business. It's not going to affect you negatively. This was about getting you to turn inward and have that initiation, or not initiation, go inward and take that eureka spirit. Get that eureka energy. Brown bear spirit is poking his head and he's smiling. He's so cute. He's like, yeah, he's all over here. remember Brown Bear Spirit was telling Aries Spirit to take some time out. So Brown Bear Spirit told Aries and Leo that they need to take time out this week. For Leo, is more of a medical rest. And for you, they're also saying, Brown Bear Spirit is also here. It's telling you to take some time out and chill out, because this is actually not going to realistically affect you. Okay, it was all about getting you to a place where you could take that time out and look at yourself, use that mirror and really do the self-reflection. Okay, so for you, Sag, the hit to your pride is actually going to lead to something amazing. And it's the best kind, I guess, because it's actually not going to affect your business or whatever. You're not going to get less sales. Whatever your fears are about the real world 3D, I don't want to say real world, the physical, material 3D world, the effects are not going to be there. So, for example, if a customer got mad at you or somebody got angry with you, this really feels customer based for you guys. They're not going to go, you might be afraid that they're going to go off and write a bad review, or even if they did, that it's going to sway other people. It's not. I'm just not getting it. It's because it's not what the universe had in mind for that moment. What the universe had in mind for that moment is for it to lead to something that is going to be bigger and better for you. So you're going to have a eureka moment, and it's going to be amazing. Now look at this. Surrender to joy. Yes. And surrender to prayer. I love this. I love this. And I do see you transmuting that energy, that sad energy, into joy. So this is a beautiful surrendering to prayer. What I see here is you actually getting that eureka moment, having that joy, and then making a commitment to spreading that joy and using that new idea that comes to you as an epiphany for the sake of the world. That's what I'm seeing. This is that decree, that spiritual decree that you're offering to the universe. Like, thank you so much for this idea. I promise to give it back tenfold. And I'm seeing someone here as an artist. So it's going to give you some idea. You're going to have some idea, maybe even through dreams. You're going to wake up after having this idea, and it's going to really, really, really transform your artwork. And now you're like, God, I'm going to use everything in my power to create artwork that is so helpful for everybody, so they never have to feel this kind of pain again, or just whatever it is. So this is a gift. This is like a completely transmuted gift. So somebody hurt you, and it cut you down to size, and you transmuted it in a lovely way, because you went and you reflected, and you received an aha moment from it, or a breakthrough of some sort, and it pulled you fully into a place of joy because you became aware. The joy is in the awareness. The awareness brings joy. It's like, I got it. I finally got it. I finally got why this all happened. Thank you. And you're so happy because I'm feeling these tears coming down your face. And it's like, I promise, God, I will use everything in my power, everything from now on, to make sure that no one ever has to suffer like this, or even like I use everything in my power to take my skills and this and just to give back. Thank you. It's just elation. All right. Now take a look here. Your special message for this week, just to remind you, is this, Sagittarius. It's salt. Combining salt and vinegar doesn't match, right? Now we were like, what does that mean, right? Also, not playing by the rules, not surrendering without a fight. Interesting. Wow, that has to mean something to somebody. But what I'm seeing, look, this completely corroborates. Look, there's a tower moment, and look at that King of Cups. In this is the after tarot. What I'm seeing here is him throwing out this cup. Guys, the King of Cups, like, hello? King of Cups has everything. Like, his cup is already there. He's holding the Ace of Cups cup. Like, he's made it. But here he is throwing out, as this major player here, this major CEO, this major exec, major whatever, this whale spirit, here he is throwing out his own cup. And it's almost like after this tower moment, so something happens that gets even the King of Cups to discard his own cup and to go back to the drawing board, right? And it's like, I see him, this almost looks like a lever and like he pulls it, and it's like a motorized chair that slash boat, and I see him just going out to sea, and he's going to stay out to sea, be at home, courtesy of Wombat Spirit, right? He's going to spend that time alone and get caught in the hurricanes and the rain. It doesn't even have to be a hurricane, it could just be a rain, and he's just going to be there, and he's going to allow his cup to be filled again with this new rain, this new water. And sometimes that has to happen, right? And when he has that cup filled again from the new rains, when it's sufficiently filled and the skies have cleared and all of this, and he's under the sun and he gets thirsty, he's going to drink from the cup with the new water, and it's like, ah, eureka, okay? And once he has that, that's when he can start making his way back and getting to work. And I'm seeing almost like, part of me is like, wait, but then he has to, like, you know, motorize himself all the way back, excuse me, to shore. But what I'm actually seeing is, no, he's also a merman, and so when he gets that eureka moment, he's going to stand up and jump in just like that, see that, and turn into a mermaid. He's just gonna get his work done. It's almost like he was a fish person. See, he's got that fish right there around his neck, and then he needed to come up to the surface after this, right? And so here he is sitting there until he, you know, out of his element, until he gets that information that he needs, and then boom, when he's done, he jumps right back in. All right, so wow, anyway, God, that was a lot. All right, but I like it. I like doing the elements, because usually, remember in the past, guys, I would do the weeklies or the monthlies just based on one sign alone, and one sign could take like an hour. So look, I just covered 3 signs in depth for the week of January 13th to January 19th for like about an hour and a half, and it's worth it. Okay, so just a reminder for the general energy, Spirit has your back, Aries, Leo, and Sag, right? You're all going to be coming into some really major, great information this week. Things are looking good. You'll be out of your comfort zone, right? But just keep going, because I'm seeing a win-win situation for all of you. And surrender to the wisdom of your body. You guys all have to surrender stuff this week, but what you have to surrender will definitely be unique and depend upon you and your personal trajectory. Aries, I do feel that things are going to be better. Whatever you're fighting through and have been fighting through, things are going to be better, especially by maybe the 2nd week of February, okay? Leo, like they said, just keep going. Trust that person that seems to be like throwing salt in your game. Trust them. They're just trying to look out for you. Keep going until Saturday. Just keep going. And Sag, as you know, just, you know, things are looking good for you. keep up the good work. And when you're done, just jump in. Sagittarius, if any of you have been revolting against this person, whoever it was, or taking vindictive actions, please stop, because it's not meant for you to go to war with this person. It's meant for you to turn inward and to reflect, so that you can have that epiphany. So if you have been warring with them, please surrender that now. Okay? All right, thank you guys. Oh my God, I hope this video saves. I hope this video saves. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, please do let me know. If you'd like to give a shout out and donation, I love that. And also, please don't forget, guys, to check out my new services on Etsy. All right, thank you guys. Bye. Have a nice week.